Hello and welcome to the crafting table, and this week in No Man's Land, February 22nd to the 28th. So we're just checking on water and the animals, and looks like we got a lot of wool this time around. Hopefully we'll have 1,000 liters by the time we go to sell. And looks like we got some full pallets of tomatoes and honey to move. So we're just going to be moving some of that stuff today. We might be selling some of it today. I can't remember. It's been a while since I recorded this. Actually recorded this episode. So I guess we'll see. We'll both see what happens. So we're just piling it all up here. Kind of sloppily grabbed that honey pallet. I should have been a bit more careful with it. So just ramming into it like that. I don't know what was going on, but it seems like I was having issues with that. I think I was checking the seed count to see where we were sitting at as far as seed was concerned. Just because I know we're going to be planting in the upcoming month of March. We're going to be going with oats. Sleeping on through to the 23rd of February. Lots of snow again. A little frigid outside. Looks like some more flowers are ready, so that means there's also a mushroom pallet ready for us to pick up. And we're just gonna balance that flower pallet there ever so gently. Looks like we got some strawberries, maybe some honey ready to go. No, honey's not quite ready. I saw it just now. Not a full pallet yet, but we do have a full pallet of mushrooms to go get. Honestly, kind of the only reason why I am using the flower and mushroom greenhouses, looks like we're sleeping on to the 24th, is to kind of speed up the process of getting a bit of money in still a, I guess you could say, somewhat legitimate way, because it's part of the No Man's Land mod itself, so I kind of consider it somewhat legitimate, even though it produces pallets very, very quickly as compared to the regular greenhouses. And they are worth quite a bit of money. But just trying to get more money together to be able to either afford machinery or seed or fertilizer or lime is kind of going to be necessary to keep this series kind of moving along at a still slow but somewhat more, I guess you could say, jokes, palatable pace. Sleeping on to the 25th, and we'll probably be seeing some more flowers and mushrooms ready to go. It seems like every 2 days there's a new pallet over there for those. So you get maybe about 14 pallets a month of those goods. Yep, looks that way. And we're just piling those up. Same thing with the mushrooms again. Those on in there. And I think we're getting ready to go fill up the greenhouses again here. I can't remember if it's this day or the 26th is when I start taking things to market and selling it, because we need a couple of extra days because of how quickly the time passes and with how many goods we're actually producing now. We need a couple extra days for selling things to market. So just filling up the greenhouses here with water, making sure those things are continuously pumping out those pallets. I think I got bored of that radio station and decided to change it. Went back to DOS work. I've been kind of stuck on Oh, what's the other station? It's I enjoy both DOS work and is it Tropical FM? Don't remember what that radio station is called now. Looks like I haven't started loading the pallets onto the trailer yet, so I think this day, the 26th, is when I start doing that. And this is when we'll see our profits, or at least our, you know, small income that we're going to get for the month of February. Which is not too small. I mean, we do make some pretty decent money off of this stuff every month. And I think I go for the honey first. I want to see, like... Oh, no, I don't. I go for mushrooms first. Never mind. Maybe that's March I'm thinking of. Like I said, we're kind of behind. Or, like I said in the previous episode, the previous No Man's Land episode, we're kind of behind. Just a lot of life happening right now, you know? I'm back at work again after being gone for a while. And especially in February, I wasn't back at work yet, but we were handling other things. There was a lot of other things going on in our lives. So for us, obviously, you know, and I would assume most people, you know, real life definitely takes priority over a lot of other things. Anything that isn't contributing to real life. So it looks like we made 22,223 with 1,155 bonus for the environmental score. And Precision Farming providing us with some pretty decent cash there. And at this point, I think I try my hand at you know, cockpit mode, or whatever you want to call it, driver seat mode, trying to do this, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty difficult. I think I decide against it later on, because it takes a lot of getting used to, and maybe I should just go back to it again and try to get used to it. Just another added depth of realism somehow, you know. Getting the pallets wasn't too hard. It was putting them back down onto the trailer is what was really difficult. Just trying to really see where we're going here and putting those pallets on. I think when I look at them, it's not too bad, but at the same time, it's not my best pallet work, that's for sure. And I think the reason why I started doing the pallets this way instead of really piling them on there is I almost had the tractor tip over at one. See what it's doing right here even. Like, there's not that many pallets on here, but it's still doing that. And that is not a good thing to see while you're trying to drive a tractor. Your whole trailer's shaking and the pallet's getting ready to fall over on you. I make it back to the store just enough time to be able to sell these goods. And we'll see what we get for this. The last bit of mushrooms and flowers. That banks us $15,464 with an 803 bonus. I don't know what happened here, but I got stuck. Not really sure why. Because as soon as I jump out and jump back in, it seems to kind of correct itself. So heading on back over. And I think I'm just kind of parking up for the night, getting ready for the next day's loads for selling. It gets dark really quick. Sleeping on through to the 27th. It's more snow. And it looks like it's snowing while we're working today. Which hopefully it doesn't actually lay snow on the ground. because that'll be kind of a pain to drive through. Alright, and through the night we actually got a honey pallet. I think that's what we're going to start loading onto the trailer here. We're going to be selling all of our honey right now. Or have we already started selling honey? Oh, and I get this wise idea to try and, like, push the pallet with the forks like this, so that way I can see how far I've pushed it. And I think I pull it back, too. Like, not a bad idea, but not the best idea either. As you can see, the trailer was moving like it was going to tip over or start leaning towards me. So I got some more pallets to load up here. I don't know what happened with that. I think it flew off my forks. Because sometimes I get a little too overzealous with the steering, and I end up taking a turn way too fast, and pallets or bales go flying off the front of my forks. I forget that the weight is a little strange at times. Looks like we got a lot of different things on the back of that trailer. Mushrooms as well, it seems. Let's see what we make for this one. For whatever reason, tomatoes sell very, very slowly. Actually, yeah, it seems like strawberries, tomatoes, and lettuce sell very slowly for some reason. Look at the tomatoes. Look how slow that's going there. It's down on the bottom right there. Strange. $5,466 with a $284 bonus. Not bad. I honestly can't remember what the best month for lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries is to sell those. But I believe this is the last bit of pallets. And it looks like the 28th was just kind of a rest day. Oh, look at that. We got a whole pallet of wool this time around, which is pretty nice. So we got a whole 1,000 liters of wool here to sell. Those are some tall pallets too, the wool pallets. And I park it up, I think it's because I don't think I'll be able to make it all the way, and I'm going to wait for some more pallets. But I didn't think I was going to make it all the way to the store in time. So I decided to park up for the night and wait for the 28th to sell the rest. A nice frosty morning again on the final day of February. Drive all the way down here to sell the final amount of goods. That wool went really quick, and we'll just sit here and wait for the tomatoes to finally decide to sell. The tomatoes and strawberries. I wonder why they sell slowly. I wonder if it's just something with the coding, or how it calculates. Who knows? The final amount for that was $3,126 and a $162 bonus. I think what I do here is I repair things and I get some more fuel and some fuel cans. Repair costs are starting to add up. These machines are starting to get a little old. There's not really much I can do about that right now. I can't really afford to buy new equipment. Not until we really start selling some stuff. But just going back, parking it up, and getting ready to call it a day here in No Man's Land. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Until then, have a great night, everyone.